Hello, first grade. This is Mrs. Ball with your math lesson for today. Today, we're going to begin our lesson with our math on the spot video.
Peanut butter. Great. Okay, Joey.
Oh, hi there, Professor Burger. I'm looking around for clues to solve my riddle.
Well, you have a riddle. That's kind of a first. I like that. What's your riddle?
My riddle is of addends.
Ooh, hey, I can help you with that.
Is an addend.
Oh, even what it is. Oh, I can be happy to tell you that. In fact, I've got a math riddle that actually was posed by a friend of mine, and he can actually help us figure out what an addend is.
Excellent.
Okay, here's what he said. So I'm going to tell you exactly what he said.
Okay.
He said, I use cubes to model 3 addends. And what we want to do is to use his model to write the 3 addends.
Let's do it.
So check out the model. So he used these 3 connecting cubes. And you see there's a green, there's a red, and there's a blue to model 3 addends. And here's what he did. Here's his model. So what do we see? We see a bunch of green connecting cubes.
Yes, we do.
Look, but there's no red ones.
None.
And then we see that there are a bunch of blue connecting cubes. Now, what an addend is a number that we're adding to other numbers. That's all. It's a fancy way of saying just numbers we're going to add together. So let's take a look and see what we have. If we want to see how many cubes we have in all, we see there are 3 numbers we have to add up. The number of green cubes, the number of red cubes, and the number of blue cubes. So there are going to be 3 addends, 3 numbers that we're going to add up.
3 addends.
Exactly. So let's write that out. So here we go. So there's going to be some addend, and then we're going to add it to another addend, and then we're going to add it to another addend, and then to complete the addition sentence or our number sentence, we're going to have the answer, which is called the sum.
The sum.
The sum is the answer when we add up all the addends. So let's see if we can try it for ourselves. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so let's see. How many greens do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6.
Exactly. So I'm going to put a 6 in here. That's the first addend. That represents the greens. Now, how many red cubes do we have?
None.
And what number represents none?
0.
Excellent, Joey. Excellent. Or I should say Detective Joey.
That's right.
Sorry. So we're going to put a 0 in there. That's the second addend. And then finally, how many blue cubes do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
There's 5. And so we see the 3 addends are 6, 0, and 5. And when we add them all up, so we put the little plus addition symbol in between them. And then if we add them all up, what do we have? Well, one way we can see is by counting all the cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11.
Exactly. And so we see the sum is 11. And so now we can see what addends are. Addends are just the numbers that we add up to get a sum. And that's it.
Another mystery riddle solved.
Excellent.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome. Ooh.
Just one more thing. Where is the other half of my sandwich? Hey,
I don't know.
what are you eating?
Oh, that's wrong with math. We'll see you soon.
All right, now let's move on to what we need for today. For this lesson, you are going to need your Big Go math book, so make sure that you get that and make sure you have a pencil ready. Let's go over our standard. Our standard is 1083, apply properties of operations and strategies to add and subtract. Our essential question today is, how can you add 3 addends? Our I can statement, I can represent and solve problems involving addition. For this lesson, you're going to need your Big Go math book. We're going to be working from pages 133 to 136. your pencil, your listening eyes, and your listening ears. All right, so let me get my math book out. And it is open to page 133. Now, if you have some type of objects that you would like to use as a manipulative to help you with this, go right ahead. Sometimes you can go to the Dollar Tree and get those little foam cubes. If not, you can get 3 different coins, or we can just use pencils or crayons and markers to help us get that visual of adding 3 different numbers. All right, so we're going to draw to show our work. So let's listen and draw. Kelly sees 7 birds. Bill sees 2 birds. Joe sees 3 birds. How many birds do they see? So let's stop and think. We're trying to figure out how many birds they all saw. So if there were 3 people and they all saw different amounts of birds. So Kelly saw 7. So I'm going to draw 7 circles. All right. Bill saw 2. And Joe saw 3. All right. So how many birds do they see? So let's count them all up. And you could have used different colors to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they saw a total of 12 birds. So we're going to write the number 12 right here. All right, let's turn the page. All right, we're on page 134. All right, we're going to model and draw. Right here, you see the number 2, the number 3, and the number 1. All right, so they have those connecting cubes there. And so connecting cubes, they do just that. They are joined together and they combine. So they added 2 and 3 together. So because they're connected together, we recognize that as the number 5. There's some space there, and then we add 1. So 5 plus 1 equals 6. All right, so let's show another way that we could do that. I could have just left the 2 green ones out, and I could have connected the red and the blue. So because they're together, that is 4. So it could be 2 plus 4 equals 6. All right, let's look at number 1. So right here, they have the cubes. And so we're going to change the add-ins that we add together first. So right here, the green and the red is connected, 5 and 2. So how many cubes do we have together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 cubes. And we're going to add 3 cubes. So 7 plus 3 equals. So if you add all these cubes together, you should have 10. Good job. All right, let's look on the other side. Another way we could have done this. All right, how many green cubes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is going to go here. Plus, now on this side, the red and the blue are connected. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to put 5 right here. So we have 5 green plus red and blue. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Good job. And it's the same sum. They were just completed differently. The add-ins were just in a different order. All right, so let's look at this. 3 plus 4 plus 6. So we got to figure out what 3 plus 4 plus 6 is. And we're going to write it right there. So at first, we just did the green by themselves. The green by themselves, they're only 3 of them. Right here, the red and the blue cubes are connected. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to write 10 right here. So I have 3 plus 10 equals, it equals 13. Very good. Now on this side, we have the green and the red first. So let's see what green and red is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number 7 is going to go right here. All right. Now let's see. What is, how many blue cubes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 right here. So I'm going to count them all up. And I'm still going to get the number 13 that I'm going to write right here. Okay? And it also goes right there. Okay? All right. Let's go on to the next page. Now I believe that you guys can do number 3 and number 4 on your own. So I want you guys to do that just like I just showed you. All right. And this is another way to do it. Instead of using the cubes, they just put like a little, call it a little cone or triangle right there, telling you what to add together first. So first, we're going to bring the 2 down right here. We're going to add 3 and 7. And whatever 3 and 7 is, we're going to write that number right here. So 2 plus whatever the sum of 3 and 7 is, it equals, and that's going to be the sum for 2 plus 3 plus 7. Right here, it started off with 2 plus 3. So what is 2 plus 3? We're going to write that right here. So whatever that is, plus 7 equals, and that would be your sum. All right. So let's look at the hot problem. Let's see what was used. Green cubes, red cubes, and blue cubes to model 3 addends. Use my model, write the 3 addends. So let's see. Blank plus blank equals 7. How many green cubes are there? How many blue cubes? How many red cubes? Do you see any? Think about it. All right. So you should be able to figure out your sum using that information that I just said. In our last page, page 136. All right, you're going to choose 3 numbers from 1 to 6 and write the numbers in an addition sentence and show 2 ways to find the sum. So this part right here, you get to be creative and figure out what you want to do. Okay, so you could, let's see, I'm going to pick 1, 2, and 3. So I can do 1 plus 2 plus 3. So at first I can add together 1 and 2, or I could add together 2 and 3. Either way, I'm going to still get the same sum. So just show 2 different ways to find that sum. All right, in your test prep problem, 2 plus 2 plus 8 equals, I want you to practice bubbling that in nice and neatly, okay? All right, thank you for joining me today. I will see you guys next time.